Lysol listens.
Neutra Air air treatment from the makers of Lysol.
It neutralizes tough odors from odor-causing bacteria, leaving the air smelling clean. Thanks for listening, Lysol.
New Resolve Triple Action, a 3-step formula that even gets out set-in stains.
Now here's the ink stain Thomas Jefferson made while writing the... Where's the stain?
Resolve Triple Action makes set-in stains history.
This is Hall's. And this is Hall's Fruit Breezers. Hall's Fruit Breezers. It's a completely different kind of throat drop from Hall's. Mouth-watering Fruit Breezers. Whenever you have a dry, scratchy throat, they'll give it a cooling lift. Hall's Fruit Breezers. Treat your throat.
Catch more American Idol, followed by 24, tonight starting at 8. This is Cincinnati's first and only all-local morning news. Fox 19 Morning News, first for news.
A lawsuit against the Bengals and the NFL involving the cost of Paul Brown Stadium moves forward. I'm Carolyn Costello. That story in a moment.
An overnight semi-explosion near a local oil facility is being called suspicious.
Hear from the girlfriend of a local American Idol contestant as he gears up for a big night of competition tonight.
And we are coming to the rescue of some stressed out parents. We have some hints, I should say, on how to help your kids deal with stress.
Good morning, everyone. You're watching the Fox 19 Morning News. Paul Horton is again job swapping this morning.
Oh, he's got a couple of good friends there with him. Hi, Paul.
Hey, good morning, Robin, Sheila. That's right, day 2 of the job swap. We've got our job swapper here. This is Aaron, and we're here at Pet Suites. They call it the Pet Resort by the airport. And Aaron, are you going to keep me busy this morning?
Definitely. Very
Okay, there's a lot to do here, I can tell. And you're full, pretty much. I mean, you got a lot of dogs here and cats, so we'll get a chance to meet them throughout the morning. And you're going to help us out with the weather, right?
Definitely.
All right, let's do it. Let's take a look at that forecast. In fact, as you can see currently outside, we've got temperatures into the upper 20s to lower 30s across the tri-state. Some clouds will continue to be on the increase throughout the day. We're going to start out the morning right around with partly cloudy skies, temperatures into the upper 20s. Sunrise this morning right around 7:30, and as you can see, we'll see increasing clouds by lunchtime and a chance for a few hit-and-miss sprinkles later on this afternoon, with highs today right around 39 degrees. It'll be right around 34 by the time you head home from work. There it is, a live look at Pet Suites. Oh man, day 2 of the job swap. I'm a little nervous, but these dogs are real excited. All right, let's toss it off to traffic. Here's Bruce. Good morning, Bruce.
With injuries, Coleraine northbound at Ronald Reagan Highway. 71 starting to pick up a little bit more volume in front of the Kenwood Town Center, but really driving in from 71 not going to cost you any extra time yet. We'll send it back to you guys.
All right, thank you very much. The Bengals, along with the NFL, may soon have some explaining to do about the cost of building that brand new football stadium.
That's right. Fox 19 News reporter Carolyn Costello is live this morning at Paul Brown Stadium with our top story. Carolyn?
Good morning, Sheila. The big question is, has the NFL used a monopoly over professional football to influence and negotiate high-priced, unfair construction deals to build stadiums like Paul Brown? It's part of an antitrust lawsuit that was originally filed by Hamilton County Commissioner Todd Portune because he thought the cost of Paul Brown was way too high. The Cincinnati Enquirer is reporting this morning that a federal judge has ruled that this lawsuit should move forward. Now, Portune filed the suit about a year ago, trying to get back more than $200 million from the cost of building Paul Brown. The total cost of Paul Brown, $450 million. The suit is no longer in Portune's name because of a potential conflict of interest. It's now in a local taxpayer's name. The suit, again, accuses the NFL of using a monopoly over pro football to influence unfair construction deals for stadiums like Paul Brown. The NFL and the Bengals had asked a judge to throw out the suit, but the judge ruled that it should move forward, saying that the suit is supported by substantial facts. If this suit is proven, it could force the NFL to disclose detailed financial information that up until this point has been kept very private. Reporting live this morning from Paul Brown Stadium, Carolyn Costello, Fox 19 News.
Thanks a lot, Carolyn. 7:02. Investigators want to know what caused a semi-truck to explode overnight in Miami Township. The truck caught fire around 2 this morning at the Chevron oil facility on Route 128. Nobody was in the truck and no one was hurt. Investigators are looking for the truck's owner now, and they are calling the blast and the fire suspicious.
A man accused of murder is under arrest after a standoff with police. Police say 22-year-old Roger McGee walked up to a man outside the H&R Block in Roseline and shot him several times in the head and chest. Police say the shooter then got into the victim's girlfriend's car with their 2-year-old child inside and made her drive him to a home in Springfield Township. SWAT arrived at the scene and began negotiating with the suspect. About 4 hours later, the standoff came to a calm end. Customers at a Delhi Township tanning salon got away safely after an elderly driver crashed through the building. 73-year-old Patricia Bowles reportedly hit the gas instead of the brake, and she drove right through the window at Montego Bay Tanning Salon. That woman is charged with failure to maintain control.
Police in Columbus linked the latest 2 highway shootings on I-71, bringing the number now to 23. Sunday's shootings were closer to Cincinnati, near the Jeffersonville outlet malls. Police have a vague description of a suspect, and they're working on a profile. The shootings appear to be random, and that makes it difficult to figure out where and when the shooter will strike next.
You don't know if the guy's going to stop and never get caught, or if he's going to keep doing it because he wants to get caught.
Some other drivers told us they change lanes when they get around overpasses to avoid being hit. Police are looking for a white man in his 30s or 40s with a medium build in a dark, mid-sized car, possibly a sports car.
A large crowd gathered to voice their opinion about expansion at Lunken Airport. The expansion calls for longer runways to accommodate larger planes. Now, supporters say the change would bring an economic boom to Cincinnati, but those who live near the airport say the expansion will only bring more noise.
We're behind the 8 ball big time. We need to implement things now.
It's hard for me to sleep. They wake me up occasionally. It's hard to talk in your living room while they're buzzing through.
A noise study shows changing flight corridors to go over less populated areas, noise monitors, a berm, and an engine run-up pad with glass deflectors around it will decrease the noise.
Hundreds of people turned out at the Cathedral Basilica of the Assumption in Covington to remember Dick Von Hayne. There was a big photo display showing Dick as the cool ghoul here on Channel 19, hosting horror movies, and also many photos with his family. Dick Von Hayne was 63 years old. He is survived by 2 daughters, 2 brothers, 2 sisters, and 2 grandsons. And Fox 19 will remember Dick on Saturday night with a Cool Ghoul tribute. You can catch highlights from his fabled career in local TV at 6:30 and midnight.
You know, a singer from right here in the Tri-State is one of the 32 finalists on American Idol 3. 23-year-old Matt Metzger is from Oxford, and he's one of 8 competing tonight on Fox 19. This is the first time you'll be able to call in and vote. Only 2 of the singers performing tonight will make the final cut. Now, we caught up with Matt's girlfriend last night in L.A., and here's what she had to say.
I believe that he can be up there, definitely. We will see what happens, but I think he has the full package. You know, he is a great guy. His character is so solid, and he would use a position like this to really make a difference in other people's lives.
Of course, Natalie, not only his girlfriend, his fiance as well. She's urging people to vote over and over again. The calls are free. You can read more about the finalists in today's life section of
Also in the Inquirer, they've got Matt on the front of the Tempo section today.
It'll be interesting.
Well, American Idol is huge with little girls.
Yeah.
So is American Girl. We're going to show you the dolls trying out for a big fashion show.
Yeah, absolutely. Also had this morning, dozens are dead after an airliner crash this morning. We're getting the latest information, and we'll pass that along to you next.
Patton has come to an end. I'm Dan Carroll. We've got details on that and more coming up from the Kentucky News Center on the Fox 19 Morning News.
And good morning, everybody. Day 2 of the job swap continues, and look at this. We're trading jobs. I'm a doggy daycare helper. Have that and your latest forecast all coming up. Good job, Ethan. Good job to the doggy. Yeah, buddy.
Want to see something great? An entire store devoted to nothing but floors. JP Flooring's 20,000 square foot showroom is filled with so many ways to beautify your floors. With thousands of different carpets, you're sure to find just the right color and design for every taste and budget. JP Flooring's carpeting features Anso Nylon. Anso Nylon, tough by nature, fashionable by design. Come in soon and discover Cincinnati's best, JP Flooring. Service and selection at your feet.
Consumers keep choosing Yellow Book Yellow Pages. find out which directory really has the right stuff.
Can't argue with science.
Start the engine.
Take it up to 20 miles per hour.
20 miles per hour.
Take it up to 580. Crank it up to 580.
I didn't realize Yellow Book has so much in it.
Imagine the phone company beaten in our own tunnel.
Once again, it's Yellow Book, not the other book. Call 1-800-YB-YELLOW.
My son hit a wall at school. He was getting bad grades. I tried to help. My husband tried too, but we just couldn't get him over it. Until my neighbor told me about Huntington.
At Huntington Learning Centers, we have a step-by-step approach that gets to the source of your child's academic problem and expert individual instruction to fix it. Help your child do better in school. Call Huntington today.
This portion of Fox 19 News brought to you by Furniture Fair.
Good morning, everyone. A lot of sweeping and a lot of scooping takes place here at Pet Suite, so we're taking care of business, making the place look real nice. This is an incredible setup. We're going to find out more about it coming up with Aaron here in just a second, but let's get on with that forecast for today. We've got some sunshine to talk about this morning and then some increasing clouds expected this afternoon. Looks like those clouds may bring us a brief sprinkle. Let's take a look right now at those temperatures out there. It'll be right around the upper 20s as you head out the door. Winds may be a tad bit breezy as well out of the southwest, about 15 to 20 miles per hour. We'll hit a high today of 39 degrees with mostly cloudy skies through the afternoon. Let's get an update on traffic. Here's Bruce. Good morning, Bruce.
Morning, Paul. Got an accident on Westwood Northern Boulevard between McHenry and Baltimore that has injuries. Watch for EMS there. The accident on northbound Coleraine at Ronald Reagan is partially also on the eastbound Reagan ramp. And this is where 75 slows down north of Kentucky, right at the Dixie interchange. We'll send it back to you guys.
7:10, at least 40 people are dead after an airliner crashed this morning.
Yeah, but there's also word of survivors. The Iranian airliner went down in the United Arab Emirates just after takeoff. Now, Iran has had a history of air accidents blamed on badly maintained planes. The Democratic presidential candidates test their southern strategies for primary elections in Tennessee and Virginia. It happens today. The polls look good for Massachusetts Senator John Kerry, but Southerners Wesley Clark and Senator John Edwards are campaigning hard for a strong finish. Former Vermont Governor Howard Dean is saying he'll stay put no matter what happens.
American Girl auditions took the Big Apple by storm. Hundreds of little girls showed up for a chance to play one of the popular dolls in the American Girl Review at the new store in New York. The dolls have been selling like crazy since their introduction in the mid-'80s, and guess what? You can see an American Girl fashion show around here in April. Tryouts are Saturday the 21st at Clifford YMCA and at the Blue Ash Y on Saturday, February 28th. The fashion show needs girls who are sizes 6X to 10.
But these are not Barbie dolls, correct? They're a whole different thing of doll.
Yeah, they're about this tall. And they all have a story that relates to American history.
And what else do you buy in there? There's a grill in there?
Clothes, bedroom furniture, you name it. They're your own clothes to match your doll's clothes. We've had it all in my house, let me tell you. And all of our neighbors with little girls do too.
I mean, that would be like, they would drive me insane in that store, you know what I mean? Still ahead on the Fox 19 Morning News, Paul Horton has swapped jobs again. This morning he's taking care of dogs at a pet resort, and he's saying that we're in for a treat this week otherwise. I'll tell you about that coming up.
And sending spam is illegal, but the government says it can't stop everything that goes into your inbox.
And what's your favorite place to eat breakfast in the tri-state? Tell us about it at fox19.com. Then our Paul Horton may come out to your favorite place to do his forecast live next week. So let us know. We're back in a moment.
Wednesday, Fox 19 presents Hoops and High Hopes.
It's just corny.
At 8, the Bearcats try to corral the USF Bulls. Then, after the 10 o'clock news, the votes are revealed on American Idol.
Very good.
Bearcat basketball at 8, American Idol at 11, following the 10 o'clock news. Wednesday, only on Fox 19.
This is from me, Mom. It's something you've always wanted. It's your report card.
This moment brought to you by Sylvan Learning Center. We begin by identifying your child's specific needs, followed by individual attention, personalized lesson plans, and progress reports for you. If your child is struggling or just not being challenged, call 1-800-EDUCATE. Sylvan. Learning feels good.
Add to your life. Add a bit of fun. Add laughter. Add the voice of an old friend. And a few ways to make things easier. Subtract what? Bills? Fewer bills is good. Smaller bills are good. Subtract hassles too. And do it with Cincinnati Bell. Add to the services you already have from us, and we'll subtract from your total bill. Add as much or as little as you want, and we'll subtract so that you save money every month and only have one bill and one company to deal with. Only Cincinnati Bell can subtract like that. So call, click, or come see us and see how the savings can add up for you. You add, we subtract. Cincinnati Bell.
Don't miss the brand new season of Texas Justice with the hottest cases ever. I say.
Today at 11 on Fox 19.
This portion of Fox 19 News brought to you by Sofa Express.
First for news, this is Fox 19 Morning News.
Good morning, everyone. We cover your top stories. Investigators want to know what caused a semi to explode overnight in Miami Township. The truck caught fire at about 2 this morning at the Chevron oil refinery on Route 128. No one was inside the truck and no one was hurt. Right now, police are looking for the truck's owner. They are calling that fire suspicious. A murder suspect is under arrest. Police say Roger McGee shot and killed a man outside the H&R block in Roselawn yesterday. Police say McGee then made the victim's girlfriend drive him to a house in Springfield Township. SWAT arrived and began negotiating with him. 4 hours later, that standoff came to an end. And a suit against the NFL, originally filed by Hamilton County Commissioner Todd Portune, is no longer in his name. It is now in a local taxpayer's name because of conflict of interest, and a judge has ruled that that suit can go forward. The suit accuses the NFL of using its monopoly to influence unfair construction deals for stadiums, including Paul Brown. Paul Horton is job swapping again this morning. And you're hanging out at the Pet Suite Hotel by the airport, correct?
That's right, Robin. We are live right now in the kitchen here at Pet Suite. You can see all the food lined up. We're trading jobs this morning with Aaron, and you can hear a lot of barking taking place in the background here. That means the dogs are hungry. And take a look at this. Aaron, now how do you show everybody at home how you tell what they eat?
With each check-in, we ask the owner exactly, how much they get fed each day, what type of food. They can bring their own or they can use ours.
Okay.
This is Lucky's chart. Lucky's parents brought his own food and his own treats.
Alrighty.
And today Lucky is going to get 1 cup of his dry.
Just 1 cup. Is that
Just
good right
one-
there?
That's
you think?
good.
Okay.
Right there.
There we go. And of course,
he's going to get a few treats, of course, too. Every
look at
good
that.
dog.
Some special treats for Lucky. So we're going to feed Lucky some breakfast here, but of course we want to take care of your forecast for today with all the dogs barking saying, bring me my food, please. All right, let's take a look at the live shot outside. In fact, or currently the temperature out there, you can see 28 degrees outside, dew point into the mid-20s. Humidity right now about 99%. The winds out of the southwest at 6 miles per hour, and the wind chills down to around 22 degrees. And in fact, the Ohio River sitting right now rising at 50.1 feet. Here's the satellite and radar. You can see a few clouds and some showers to the south of us, and they will stay to the south. We've got a little weak disturbance to the north and west that will pass on by. Give us a slight chance for a few sprinkles this afternoon. High pressure will move in overnight tonight, providing us with some nice sunshine for tomorrow. Here's the forecast. Starting out the day with partly cloudy skies, increasing clouds later today. Highs into the upper 30s, mid-30s up to the north, lower 40s down south around Maysville and Louisville today. For tonight, overnight lows around 21 degrees, clearing skies overnight. And your forecast for tomorrow, here's your high tomorrow, 36 degrees. So a little bit cooler, but it's going to be nice with a lot of sunshine, and winds will be light. And here she is, ladies and gentlemen, Erin, her first time with the 7-day forecast. Take it away, Erin.
Okay, it looks like today it's going to be partly cloudy in the morning with increasing clouds. The highs we're looking at the upper 30s with winds 15 to 20. Tomorrow it's going to be partly cloudy, a bit chilly. High to mid-30s. And Thursday, it's rest of the week, about mostly cloudy.
All right, let's hear for Aaron, ladies and gentlemen. Great work. And if you'd like to trade jobs with us right here on the Fox 19 Morning News, log on to our website at fox19.com. Let's get an update on traffic, and then we have to deliver the food. Good morning, Bruce.
Paul, and things on the roadways in pretty decent shape as far as the interstates. A couple of slow spots where they're going to cost you time. Cincy Dayton Road to 275 along 75, and then here through the Laughlin Split, you can add another 3 to 5 minutes to the time wasted. Coleraine Avenue, Ronald Reagan, they call for the tow trucks. Westwood Northern between McHenry and Baltimore, they're still working on that injury accident there. We'll send it back to you guys.
From divorce to bullies to homework, our children face more stress than any previous generation, and it's up to parents to teach them how to manage it. Child psychologist Dr. Lori Crosby of Children's Hospital is here with some help. Great to see you, Dr. Crosby. Well, why is stress on the rise among children?
Well, I think there are different sources of stress these days. I think there are busy schedules, there's more exposure to what's going on in the world, and I think that sometimes leads to higher levels of stress in our children.
So what happens in children who have a higher stress level?
Well, sometimes you see stress in terms of physical symptoms. You see headaches or stomach aches, changes in their appetite, changes in sleeping. And then other times you see emotional symptoms like jitteriness, being confused or restless, feeling very irritable. Parents start to notice that.
Okay, so we have a list of some tips that can kind of help once you do see those symptoms.
Right.
So let's take a look at that.
Okay.
The first one on there is play, exercise, or do an activity. Now that's not always possible to do right now, though.
Right. Well, there are things that you can even do inside. Dancing to music is a wonderful way to relieve stress and have some fun as well with parents and children together.
Okay, and the next tip is take time to breathe.
Yes, deep breathing is so important, and it's something that we forget about, but it really can make a huge difference for the body and really helps to prepare the body to deal with stress.
Okay, next, focus on something fun.
Oh yes, focusing on something fun or creative can really give you a break from the stressor, and when you come back and deal with it, you have a fresh and different perspective.
So it's okay to take a break from, say, the homework or the responsibilities to do something for a little while and then go back to it.
And then go back, right.
Okay, very good. And also on the list, express your feelings. No, that's not always easy for kids to do with their parents.
You're right. It's really not, but it's so important. Communication is key and crucial to helping manage stress.
How can parents promote that?
I think just by being open and honest, and when their children share feelings, not to respond with criticism, but to respond with encouragement.
And I would guess that parents are either a good or a bad example of handling their own stress too.
That definitely can have an effect on a child's ability to handle stress.
Well, you can get some more tips on how children can handle stress and other parenting information at a series of workshops. One is tomorrow night from 7 to 9, and they all take place at the Cincinnati Museum Center. If you want some information, call that number, 513-287-7021. Dr. Crosby, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Great to have you here. You'll soon be able to drink a cold one while you're getting your hair done. We'll tell you where that's happening around here. Sending spam email is illegal, but next we'll tell you why the government says it just can't stop all the junk mail to your inbox. 7:21. Stay with the Fox 19 Morning News.
The new Lexus ES 330 with front-wheel drive and available vehicle stability control. It will help keep you on the road, assuming you can find it. Find Performance Lexus in the King's Auto Mall and Lexus River Center in Covington.
Why do my Kraft singles taste so good? The Dairy Fairy mixes up the milk with a little magic.
Kids know about taste. They don't know that Kraft American singles have double the calcium of most other American slices. Did you know Kraft macaroni and cheese is a good source of all these nutrients? You gotta love the cheesiest.
Big news from the Blues.
It's time to relax, revitalize, and rejuvenate at Spa 413. Restore balance with personalized massages, iontosonic facials, and yoga. Our own private skincare line, a convenience cafe featuring catered organic foods, renowned Franche mineral cosmetics, and much, much more. Like our perfect Valentine's Day gifts, pamper your sweetheart with a beautiful gift basket, or show her just how much you care with a luxury spa package and get a free massage for yourself. Treat yourself or someone you love and visit Spa 413 today.
Excuse me.
Dad,
Don't look.
Well, you're wearing a towel.
No, don't look at the scale.
Maybe you should be eating Total cereal.
I eat Special K, thank you.
You know, a study of calcium supplements and reduced calorie diets suggests you could lose more weight and burn more fat by adding more calcium to your diet plan.
So?
Only Total has 100% daily value of calcium. Special K is hardly any.
Say no more. I'll take the Total.
You're still here, aren't you?
Yeah, just leaving. Total. A smart way to lose the weight.
Good morning, everybody, and we've got Cassie and Delilah here, and their order today is Imes Mini Chunks. We've got two of them here. Good morning, Cassie and Delilah. They're in what they call the Pet Townhouse. Isn't that nice? Look, they've got their own TV, of course, watching Fox 19. Normally, it's on the Animal Food Network, or excuse me, the Animal Channel all the time. And here you go. There you go. Enjoy. And there you go, Cassie. Okay, enjoy your food. Okay, I'll let you guys sleep and rest. All right, let's get on with that forecast for today. And I'll tell you what, we've got some sunshine to talk about this morning and then increasing clouds later on this afternoon. A calm day today. We may see some off and on breezy conditions as well. Here's your forecast. 39 degrees will be our high. Winds out of the west 15 to 20 miles per hour. What's ahead for the rest of the work week? We'll have your 7-day planner coming up. Let's toss it to traffic. Good morning, Bruce.
Morning, Paul. We got an accident now northbound 75 at the ramp to the Michael A. Fox Highway, and police are on their way to that one. 75, not bad out of through the Laughlin Split. At least it's the typical look. This is 71. This starts at Fields Erdel, stays with you all the way through the Kenwood cut. We'll send it back to you guys.
All right, thank you very much. And if you're tired of all that spam in your inbox, you might be out of luck.
That's right, because some thought a new law would put an end to the junk mail, but it doesn't look like it.
It doesn't look like it. Carolyn Brown explains the government says it can't stop it all.
Eat pizza and lose weight. What the heck is that?
John Forrest Alice says his email inbox is filled with spam, unwanted, annoying emails from companies who have no idea who he is.
One spammer thinks that I have reproduced and have a child, and that's a happy toddler running around, and then Viagra at the same time thinks I need help in that department. I just think that maybe the two of them should email back and forth and leave me out of it.
Like many consumers, he thought the canned spam law that took effect on January 1st meant no more spam. But the Federal Trade Commission says that's not the way it works.
There certainly hasn't been any significant reduction in the number of spams that are being forwarded to our mailbox.
The law doesn't make spam itself illegal, but it does require marketers to stop some of the shadier methods they use and can sock offenders with 5 years in jail and millions of dollars in fines. But spammers are quickly learning how to get around the rules.
They're in this business to make money, and they make a good living, and so they're going to continue to innovate. And it is very much a cat and mouse game with these folks.
The law also encourages the FTC to make a do not spam list that consumers can sign up for, like the do not call telephone registry. But that list may never happen.
We have had doubts about whether it would be enforceable because it is so difficult to find spammers that a do not spam list may not make much of a reduction.
Some industry officials say don't count on the government to slow down spam. It'll be business that solves the problem. And anti-spamming technology is getting better every day. In Washington, Caroline Shively, Fox News.
The IRS says it may have your money. It has $2 billion in refunds for people who didn't file returns in 2000. Many students, retirees, and part-timers don't file because they're under the income level where one is required. But 2 million people have money coming to them, and their chance to get it expires on April 15th.
You know, if you have a dog or a cat and you head out of town a lot, you're going to want to stick around because Paul Horton is swapping jobs at a doggy daycare, which really is top of the line.
Yeah. Speaking of pampering, now you can get a glass of wine with your haircut. We'll tell you where.
The investigation into former Governor Paul Patton has come to an end. I'm Dan Carroll. We'll tell you about that and more coming up from the Kentucky News Center on the Fox 19 Morning News.
And there was a live look outside. We'll check traffic for you as well. The Fox 19 Morning News, 2 minutes away from your top stories. Stay with us, please. We're back in a moment.
My name is Matt Metzger. I live in a little town called Oxford, Ohio, near Cincinnati.
Tonight, don't miss Matt Metzger and the rest of the first 8 finalists performing on American Idol. Then later on the 10 o'clock news.
Trisha Mackey here in Hollywood, and we're going to go behind the scenes with this guy.
It all starts at 8 tonight on Fox 19.
Behind this, I got to get a script.
What do you do when you have company to feed? Let's ask these firemen from a local ladder company. What do you think of Gold Star's Coney crate?
Very convenient, easy to carry.
10 conies in the crate, it works out great.
Keeps them hot.
Nice and hot.
feels delicious.
How's it taste?
Very tasty, like the cheese, like the chili.
The best chili in town.
We'll bring back 1 crate of man. One crate, this won't make it back.
The Gold Star Coney Crate. It's a great case for carry-out. Right, guys?
The long-awaited heart center of Greater Cincinnati is here at the Christ Hospital. With world-class technology and care, it's what every doctor dreams about.
I feel really good about how we treat our customers at Furniture Fair.
I wish there was a way to duplicate that feeling for every customer.
It's Furniture Fair's President's Month sale. Get 6 months, no interest, no payments, plus free U.S. savings bonds with your purchase.
Welcome to Furniture Fair. Welcome to Furniture Fair.
Ed, you don't need to copy yourself. Everyone at Furniture Fair is already dedicated to customer care.
But what do we do with all these Eds? I know the real Simon Cowell from American Idol, and now it's your turn to get to know him. He'll be here live.
Next on air. Today at 4 on Fox 19. Fox 19 Morning News continues with Sheila Gray, Rob Williams, and First Weather meteorologist Paul Horton.
A lawsuit against the Bengals and the NFL involving the cost of Paul Brown Stadium has moved forward. I'm Carolyn Costello. That story is coming up.
All right, Carolyn, thank you very much. Also, a semi explodes overnight near a local oil refinery.
We'll show you some of the competition local American Idol contestant Matt Metzger is facing tonight.
And we're going to give parents tips on effective discipline methods. Because, you know, when I was growing up, my parents used to just, smack me on the behind. A lot of parents, I think, feel guilty about that.
And some parents don't believe in that
some parents
these days. My parents believed in it.
A lot of parents of kids our age believed in it. Now I think there's so much controversy over it. We're going to give you tips on how you can discipline your kids effectively coming up on the Fox 19 Morning News.
7:30, and Paul Horton is giving some discipline to the dogs today at Pet Suites. Hi, Paul.
Good morning, Rob and Sheila. That's right. We fed the dogs already, and we want to show you guys this. We're standing in front of, these are known as the medium-sized suites, right? Give everybody a tour real quickly. We've got the medium-sized suites, and what else is available for dogs when they come here?
We put everybody in a room according to their weight or size. So
okay.
The medium suites hold a dog up to about 80, 85 pounds.
All right.
We also have larges and then smalls for our smaller guests.
Yeah, and then take a look at this. This is known as the, they've got a fountain in front of them, and look at this. This is the plush environment. Those right there, ladies and gentlemen, are the townhouses. What do the townhouses run a day?
Townhouses are $30 a day. They include 2 potty breaks as well as a playtime session with one of our caregivers.
Now that's living life to the fullest. And you're looking at Seashell right there. We're going to give Seashell a bath a little bit later in the show. You don't want to miss that. But let's get a look at the forecast this morning. We've got temperatures this morning into the upper 20s. Mostly cloudy skies expected this afternoon. We'll start out the morning with some very nice sun breaks out there. And temperatures right now just below freezing, right around the upper 20s around the area. We've got 30 at Lunken, 27 in Dayton. For today, a high of 39 degrees, which is real close to average. Winds will be off and on breezy out of the west, about 15 to 20 miles per hour. All right, let's get an update on traffic. Here's Bruce. Good morning, Bruce.
Northern Kentucky in spots, so definitely be aware of that. And 75, starting to see the trail of brake lights begin at Buttermilk Pike as you get in front of the drawbridge in. You can add 10 to 12 minutes to your drive there. And we got an accident, a bad location, Queen City at Wyoming on the west side, right where the construction is, where it's reduced to 1 lane. They're trying to get it behind the barrels, but right now it is blocking inbound Queen City. Expect some long delays through there. We'll send it back to you guys.
Well, it's looking more like the Bengals in the NFL will have to do some explaining about the cost of building Paul Brown Stadium.
Fox 19 News reporter Carolyn Costello is live this morning with the very latest on that story. Good morning to you, Carolyn.
Good morning, Rob. You know, the question this morning is, has the NFL used a monopoly over professional football to influence and negotiate unfair, high-priced construction costs to build stadiums like Paul Brown? Now, this is part of an antitrust lawsuit that was originally filed by Hamilton County Commissioner Todd Portune because he believed that the cost of Paul Brown was way too high. The Cincinnati Enquirer is reporting this morning that a federal judge has ruled that this lawsuit should move forward. Portune filed the lawsuit about a year ago to try and get back more than $200 million from the cost of building Paul Brown, which cost a total of $450 million. Now, the suit is no longer in Portune's name because of a potential conflict of interest. It's now in a local taxpayer's name. The suit, again, accuses the NFL of using a monopoly over pro football to influence unfair construction deals for stadiums, including Paul Brown Stadium. The NFL and the Bengals had asked a judge to throw out the suit, but the judge ruled that it should move forward, saying that the suit is supported by substantial facts. Now, if the suit is proven, it could force the NFL to disclose detailed financial information that up until this point has been kept very private. Reporting live this morning from Paul Brown Stadium, Carolyn Costello, Fox 19 News.
All right, Carolyn, thank you very much. More local news now for you, 7:33. Investigators want to know what caused a semi to explode overnight in Miami Township. A truck caught fire just after 2 at the Chevron oil refinery on Route 128. No one was inside the truck. No one was hurt. Investigators are still looking for the truck's owner, and they say it looks suspicious. A man accused of murder is under arrest after a standoff with police. Police say 22-year-old Roger McGee walked up to a man outside the H&R block in Roselawn and shot him several times in the head and chest. That was yesterday at about 1. Police say the shooter then got into the victim's girlfriend's car with her 2-year-old child and made her drive him to a home in Springfield Township. Now, SWAT arrived at the scene and began negotiating with the suspect. About 4 hours later at 7:30, that standoff came to a calm end.
Police need some help to find a man who was seen in a van in Hartwell engaged in a sex act with a little girl. A man who saw it happening called police. Police are looking for an African-American man between 40 and 50 years old with a mustache, and he was wearing a light gray jacket at the time. The little girl is around 7 years old. She has braided hair, and she was wearing a pink jacket. The van was a newer model, blue Dodge Caravan. Some new business coming to Newport-on-the-Levee, and the investigation into former Governor Paul Patton is over. Fox 19's Dan Carroll is live in the Kentucky News Center with those stories. Dan?
Well, Sheila, word that that federal investigation into Governor Patton has come to an end comes from a U.S. attorney in Lexington. Former Governor Patton had been under investigation for allegedly using the power of his office to help out and then eventually ruin businesses owned by his former mistress, Tina Connor. Well, U.S. Attorney Gregory Van Tattenhoef says no further charges will be pursued against Patton unless unforeseen evidence turns up. Meanwhile, Tina Connor's attempt to change her plea to mail fraud to not guilty was denied. The judge says that Ms. Connor understood under oath that she knew what she was doing when she entered the guilty plea back in October, and she was sentenced, Tina Connor was, to 2 years probation. Are you looking for work? The Transportation Security Administration, also known as the TSA, is accepting applications for security screeners at Greater Cincinnati Northern Kentucky International Airport. The pay ranges from $23,000 to $35,000 per year, plus benefits. A recruiter is going to answer questions and take applications today at the Covington campus of Gateway Community and Technical College. It's on Amsterdam Road in Covington, and they will be there from 11 this morning until 3 this afternoon. Newport-on-the-Levee strikes again, and they are bringing another unique dining and entertainment venue to Newport-on-the-Levee. It's called Fat Fish Blue. It's a joint that bills itself as hot Cajun cuisine and cool live blues. And judging by the photos on the company website, looks like they have a Mardi Gras atmosphere there all the time. You're going to find cornbread, crawfish, and jambalaya on the menu, along with top local and regional blues bands. Fat Fish Blue is set to open at Newport-on-the-Levee this summer. And that is the latest from here at the Kentucky News Center. I'm Dan Carroll. Rob and Sheila. Rob, we'll go ahead and send it back to you.
All right, Dan, thank you very much. How does this sound? You can now relax with a drink while getting your hair cut. The You Guys Salon on Montgomery Road in Sims Township now has a permit to serve wine and beer. And the owners are hoping that women will think it's a neat gift for the men in their lives, especially since they throw in extra pampering.
Our stylists incorporate massage with a haircut, so they'll lay him back in an Italian massaging shampoo chair and massage his neck, his scalp, and offer him a hot towel service. All of that's part of a haircut.
As far as the drinks go, the owners say it was his wife's idea, and they haven't heard of any competitors doing it.
So do you have to tip the bartender and the person who does your hair?
I don't know. I think that's a good idea, though.
It is kind of a neat idea.
This is kind of a relaxing atmosphere. Guess what? Paul Horton is hanging out at...
Oh, he's getting a kiss from a dog.
What's that guy? He's a bulldog, obviously. What's the name of that guy right there?
Hey, this is Seashell here, Rob and Sheila. And look at this. We're in what they call the wash room, and we got Fresh Pet here. We're going to give Seashell a little bath here in just a second. But, of course, Seashell's all excited. She loves a bath, doesn't she? All right, let's get on with that forecast, though, real quickly. We'll show you what's going on across the tri-state. We do have some clouds rolling in later today, but we're going to start out the morning with partly cloudy skies. Highs today into the upper 30s. Up north, as you can see around Detroit, temperatures in the lower 30s. 48 in Washington, D.C., mid-40s in New York. 51 in Atlanta with some rainfall. A lot of rainfall down south expected today. 34 in St. Louis. All right, so here it is. This is the warm water, correct?
Yes.
Okay, we'll warm her up with a little bit of... Oh, sorry, Seashell. I just sprayed her in the eye. Here we go. All right, there we go. We'll just get her a little damp, and then we'll apply the shampoo. Okay, while we're shampooing Seashell, we'll toss it back to you guys, and coming up, we'll have your 7-day planner. Enjoy. There you go.
The water at all?
There you go.
Oh, there you go.
I love Seashell. She doesn't seem to mind.
Oh, man.
Good job, Seashell. The Bills hired another former Bengals coach.
Hey, you know what? Xavier is on the road tonight in a must-win situation.
Here's Dan Hord with this morning's sports report.
Good morning. The Xavier Musketeers have two ways to get into the NCAA tournament: win their conference tourney or come close to running the table in the 10 games left on their schedule. Perhaps their toughest game left is coming up tonight at Richmond, a team that beat the Musketeers 2 weeks ago when Xavier shot 21%, its lowest percentage in the last 30 years. That started a 3-game losing streak, but Xavier has rallied for back-to-back wins over UC and Fordham.
We've still got such a ways to go to get this team where it needs to be that, 2 in a row really honestly doesn't mean anything to me. It's just let's shift into getting ready for Richmond. And this team, unfortunately, we don't have the luxury to think about anything but what's going to happen right now, because we're just we're not that good of a basketball team to think about a big picture right now.
Richmond is favored by 4.5 tonight. UC hosts South Florida tomorrow, a game that you'll see on Fox 19. The Bulls lost to TCU last night to fall to 0-8 in Conference USA. Our deepest sympathy goes out to the family of Michael Rowland, the 41-year-old jockey who died yesterday morning as the result of a racing accident at Turfway Park last Wednesday. He is survived by his wife Tammy and their 3 daughters. Hall of Famer Steve Coffin says the possibility of an accident is in the back of every jockey's mind.
You can't ride afraid, so you have to, push it to the back of your mind and, go out there and do what you need to go. Because if you're not willing to make split-second decisions and go for gaps that are there, you're not going to win races.
Turfway Park has established the Michael Rowland Fund. Donations can be made at any Fifth Third Bank location. The last coach to lead the Bengals to the Super Bowl is back in the NFL. Yesterday, the Buffalo Bills hired Sam Weish to be their quarterback's coach, his first NFL job since being fired in Tampa 9 years ago. Sam got into broadcasting after that, only to have a vocal cord accidentally severed during a surgical procedure. That cost him his broadcasting career, but should not be a problem in a coach's meeting. That's sports. Let's go back to the news desk.
The A-10 Conference is investigating Fordham University's basketball team for possibly cheating against Xavier last Saturday. The A-10's trying to determine if Fordham had team reps in the crowd with walkie-talkies so Xavier's plays could be transmitted to the Fordham bench. Use of walkie-talkies is prohibited, and Fordham coach Derek Wittenberg denies the team used them. Xavier beat Fordham 74-52.
You know what? Coming up at 7:47, we were talking about this earlier. I mean, when we're bad, our parents just give us a little bit of a whooping.
Yep. Discipline.
A lot of parents don't think that's a good tool anymore. Is it? And if it's not effective, then what can you use as an effective discipline method?
Plus, local Idol contestant Matt Metzger will go before the judges and America tonight. We'll show you some of the competition he faces. And Paul Horton is at the Doggy Spa Pet Suites That is Seashell, and she's getting a bath.
And she seems to really like it.
Yeah, look at her. We'll check in with Paul for the forecast and some more work at Pet Suites when we come back.
Now she doesn't look like she likes it. We're back in a moment.
This portion of Fox 19 News brought to you by the Dish Network.
Take advantage of great lease and finance rates. Only through February 29th.
Love to get back your hair's fullness and strength? New from Pantene, introducing Full and Thick. Created for millions of women with thinning hair, the amplifying Pantene Pro Vitamin formula penetrates deep into every strand. Hair looks 35% thicker and feels stronger, guaranteed. Now you're back to looking full and thick again. New Pantene Full and Thick. That's the beauty of health.
Winter is the perfect time to redecorate, and there's never been a better time to shop Sofa Express than during our Winter Wow sale. We've got what's wow with Be the Suede. Beautiful, soft, and built-in stain resistance. We've got what's new with casual changeable slip-covered sofas for $5.99. Add a second color for only $200. And your purchase is interest-free until 2006 with no down payment. The Winter Wow sale at Sofa Express. Here today, home tomorrow.
I'll be seeing you. If you're a Tuesday morning shopper, you've probably noticed that they can be a little hard to find. And if you haven't discovered Tuesday morning, you're missing 50 to 80% savings on some of the finest home accessories and gifts in the world.
Can anyone tell me how to get to Tuesday morning? Thank you.
Tuesday morning, hard to find, but worth the hunt.
Catch a full hour of your favorite friends tonight starting at 7 on Fox 19.
And good morning, everybody. We are live here at Pet Suites. They call it the Pet Resort by the airport, and here's the reason why. We're in the grooming section of the pet resort here, and this is Seashell, probably one of the best dogs I've ever met. Seashell is so nice. Does Seashell frequent here?
Yeah, she's a frequent boarder.
Oh gosh, Seashell, please be careful. You're in a bathtub. Oh, here, easy does it, easy does it. And how many dogs do you have staying here this week?
This week we have between like 70 and 80 dogs.
70 and 80 dogs?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll rinse her off. And not only, everybody at home, not only do they have dogs, but they also have cats. How many cats do you have staying with you this week, too?
This week we only have about 12 cats.
Okay, and what's convenient is this place is right next to the airport. You drop your dog off, and look at this. They get pampered like a king. All right, how you feeling, Seashell? Good? Okay, sorry about slipping in the bathtub. All right, let's get on with the forecast. You ready to help us out with the 7-day?
Sure.
All right, let's do it. As you can see, currently outside, we've got 28 degrees, and the big story today, not the weather. We've got rising Ohio River at 50.1 feet. In fact, winds are out of the southwest at 6 miles per hour, so we do have some light winds out there. Let's take a look around the area. You can see up to the north, we've got temperatures right around the mid-20s, and that satellite and radar showing some clear skies as we start out our day. We're going to start out the day with partly cloudy conditions. Some clouds will be on the increase later on this afternoon. May see a slight chance for a hit-and-miss sprinkle. High pressure moving in, and we'll start to see, looks like dry conditions tonight, and for tomorrow, lots of sunshine is expected. All right, here's your forecast. 39 degrees in Cincinnati, mid-30s in Dayton. Temperatures in the mid-30s as well in Lexington. Tonight, overnight lows get down to around 21 degrees. Winds will be out of the west 10 to 15 miles per hour. Your forecast for tomorrow will hit a high of 36 degrees. Winds out of the southwest 5 to 10. And here's your 7-day planner. Here's how things are shaping up. Big week. And here's Aaron to give you that 7-day forecast. Take it away, Aaron.
Okay, today we got partly cloudy in the morning with increasing clouds. Highs in the upper 30s. Tomorrow we're looking at partly cloudy, a bit chilly in the mid-30s, and Thursday mostly cloudy.
Thursday, mostly cloudy. And hey, if you'd like to trade jobs with us right here on the Fox 19 Morning News Show, just log on our website, fox19.com. We'll give you all the details. Okay, now we've got to dry off Seashell. Let's toss it to Bruce. Good morning, Bruce.
Good morning, Paul. We got a number of accident problems, including the one on Queen City at Wyoming, tying things up through the construction. 4 Mile at Phillips and Anderson Township, Coleraine in front of Northgate Mall, 32 and Della Palma in Williamsburg, and Cincinnati Columbus Road near Sunny Lane in Westchester. They're dealing with one. This is 471 trying to cross the Big Mac Bridge. There's some debris in the right lane right as you come on at Route 8, and that is really jamming things up trying to get on the interstate. 471 itself busy from Memorial Parkway on up, 75 from Buttermilk Pike to the Brent Spence. We'll send it back to you guys.
All right, thank you very much. Time right now, 7:47. You know, years ago it seemed real simple. When your kids misbehave, they got a swift kick in the butt. My parents did it. Many of my friends' parents did it. But now there are more questions about how effective that approach is. Should you spank your kids? And if not, how do you effectively use discipline? Joining us this morning is Carolyn Brown with Beech Acres. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
I can't even count how many times my dad would say, "You want to cry? I'll give you a reason to cry."
Oh,
it seems like a lot of people growing up.
That was the normal thing to say.
Back in the day, it seemed like it was regularly used.
Right.
This time, there's more questions about how effective it is. Why?
Well, because discipline means to teach. It came from the word disciple. So what you're doing when you're spanking your children, you're teaching them that the person that they love will hurt them.
Okay, let's talk about some effective discipline methods. You just said it right now. Use or choose teaching over punishing.
Yes.
How do you make the difference?
Well, if you do something wrong, yeah, I could whack you upside the head.
Right.
But I haven't taught you anything. What I need to do is say, Rob, what's the matter, hon? What's going on?
Okay.
Let's talk about this.
Let's talk about it.
Yes.
What if they're too young to talk about it, though?
Then you redirect. Little kids that are getting into things, you move them from that thing, but give them something else to do. Don't move them and expect them to just sit there and be good little kids. They're not going to do that.
Okay.
You have to give them something else to do.
Which kind of leads into our next tip. Model appropriate behavior.
Model appropriate behavior. I can't tell you, don't yell in this house if I'm yelling at you all the time.
Right, sure.
Or I can't tell you, don't lie, the phone rings, don't tell them I'm not here.
Exactly, because you're giving a mixed message
You're
right
giving
there.
a mixed message, yes.
Give clear instructions.
Clear instructions. That is so important, not only for children, but adults. If I tell you to go wash the dishes, and I go in the kitchen and you wash the dishes, yes, but the pots and pans are still there, the table needs to be wiped off, and I yell at you, well, why didn't you clean the kitchen? I didn't tell you to clean the kitchen. I told you to wash the dishes.
Okay. And give praise, of course.
Just praise all the time. Rob, I love the way you do your show every morning. You're so congenial, and people seem so comfortable with you.
I like that. See,
you like that, didn't you?
I mean, and you should do it with your kids, and it seems like oftentimes we're just coming down on them.
Do it when they're not even expecting it. If they're sitting there breathing correctly, find something good to say about it. Parents tell me all the time, I can't find anything good to say about my child.
Is it ever okay to spank?
Yes.
Okay.
It is. I'm not telling people that they can't spank their children when they're doing something dangerous. If your little child runs out in the middle of the street, you're not going to say, well, I'm going to give you a timeout, go sit on the curb.
Right.
If they're playing with fire, you're not going to say, well, now when you get burnt, that's a logical consequence.
Right.
No.
Exactly. We're going to put some information up on the screen. There's a seminar which you can attend, centering on families workshops, tools for practical parenting. The next session is tomorrow from 7 to 9 p.m. at the Cincinnati Museum Center. For more information, call 513-287-7021. Carolyn Brown, thank you very much.
Thank you for having me.
All the best to you.
Thank you.
We have much more of the Fox 19 Morning News to come. You know, the big stars are up for Oscars, and they gathered in Tinseltown for a pre-awards gala. We're going to take you there and take you behind the scenes. And we're going to show you some of the competition. Local Idol contestant Matt Metzger is facing tonight. Will he move on? And here's our City Beat pick of the day. Chicago's Wee Ragazzi performs tonight at the Southgate House in Newport. The show begins at 9. We're back in a moment.
At H&R Block, you can walk in with your taxes and walk out with a loan check, up to $7,000. Now at H&R Block, it's easier than ever to qualify, and nobody does it faster. Instant money, another advantage of H&R Block.
Talk is cheap. Talk is cheap. Cheap beds and furniture. We got beds, furniture, selection out of sight. But when it comes to cheap, we always do it right.
Check out our large selection of mattress sets as low as $69, or choose from hundreds of fabulous sofa and love seat sets from $4.99. And don't miss our large assembled 6-foot cherry bookcases, only $19.95.
Cheap beds and furniture.
There's an easier way to get a 6-month supply of clean, great-tasting water. Pure water filters. Bottled water quality, right from your faucet. Pure water filters. Your water should be pure. The Pure Water Filter. So easy to install and use, anyone can do it. Pure Water Filters. Your water should be pure.
The 2004 Volkswagen Passat will always come with award-winning engineering. It will always have over 50 standard features. It will always boast Autobahn-tested performance, and it will always have a 4-year, 50,000-mile limited warranty. What it won't always have is an offer like this. Right now, get a Passat with available 0.9% financing. Missing this opportunity is the sort of thing you might always regret.
MoveOn.org Voter Fund is responsible for the content of this advertisement.
KFC is Kitchen Fresh Chicken. This stamp tells you it's delivered fresh and cooked fresh in your KFC kitchen. For Kitchen Fresh Chicken, you gotta KFC what's cooking. Now get 10 pieces of the Colonel's famous finger-licking chicken for just $7.99.
This portion of Fox 19 News brought to you by Hall's Fruit Breezers.
Good morning, everybody. We're job swapping. This is day 2 of the job swap, and we just finished shampooing Seashell here. It's now time for the dryer, and take a look at this apparatus. Pretty amazing stuff. Setting 3, is that correct, Erin?
Yes.
All right. Just get dry there, Seashell. You're all nice and clean. And then we're going to take care of her nails, and they even put cologne on these dogs. Boy, this is a pretty nice place. Let's get on with that forecast for today, and we're going to see a nice start to the day with some sunshine out there. Temperatures into the upper 20s. You can see a few clouds and some shower activity to the north of us and also to the south, but it looks like we'll start the day with partly cloudy skies, increasing clouds this afternoon. High today 39 degrees, overnight lows lower 20s, and tomorrow a great day with partly cloudy skies and temperatures around 37. Let's get an update on traffic. Here's Bruce. Get dry there, buddy. Here's Bruce. Good morning, Bruce.
Good morning, Paul. Things on the roadways a little crowded for you on 75 from before Buttermilk Pike through the cut in the hill here at Covington, over on 471 dealing with some debris in the roadway as you come on at Route 8, and they're still working on that accident up on 42 north of Dimmick Road. We'll send it back to you guys.
Thank you very much. You know, Hollywood had a sneak preview of the Academy Awards ceremony in Beverly Hills.
This is a big event every year, too. The pre-awards luncheon. Many of the nominated stars and directors show up every year to mingle. The luncheon also included a warning by Oscars producer, but this is always ignored. The acceptance speeches can only be 45 seconds long. The Oscars go out on February 29th. We'll find out tonight if local American Idol contestant Matt Metzger makes it on to the next round.
Yeah, only 2 are going to go forward after tonight's competition. Fox's Anita Bogle takes a look at the finalists in his groups.
Your next American Idol is on this stage.
And then there were 32.
Congratulations,
Tuesday evening, American Idol's broadcasts begin, and the first group of 8 semifinalists will do their best to convince viewers they're good enough to move on to the finals.
Now that we're here and there's only 8 of us, it's kind of nice to settle down and really give your best performance.
The feel has gone from auditions to performances, which just makes it a heck of a lot easier, I think.
Well, I'm going to try to sing my tail off. I'm going to just tell you that much now. I'm going to put it all out there on the line and pray that America loves it.
I've been building my castle of love.
This first group has added pressure as Simon, Paula, and Randy weren't too kind the first time around.
You look like you should be something you'd wrap a turkey in.
I learned not to wear that outfit again, I know that much.
I was cringing because of that big old hat I had on. I looked like an old man or something out of a smoky bar.
I'm taking the criticism very seriously, but I'm going to let it go at the last minute. I don't want to have thoughts in my head about what it is I'm doing. I just want to go out there and do it.
And who better to give some pre-show advice than Grammy nominee and original Idol winner Kelly Clarkson.
Be persistent and be unique. You know, we already have
plenty of different kind of styles, and I don't know, I think it's important that you bring something different to the table.
'Cause the always starts to cry.
In Los Angeles, Anita Vogel, Fox News.
You can vote for Matt on American Idol tonight at 8 right here on Fox 19. And we're hoping that he gets really far or wins because he's from our hometown.
That's how you move him forward. You got to call in tonight. We're giving away tickets for 4 to the Monster Jam at U.S. Bank Arena this Friday. Just be the 19th caller to the number on your screen, 513-421-4691.
One of the things we're going to do in the next hour is take a look at the differences between being a parent to a girl and being a parent to a boy.
So make sure you stick around for that. Also ahead this morning, Paul Horton hanging out with the dog. We'll explain after 8 o'clock.
Rattle, rattle, thunder, clatter, boom, boom, boom.
CarX is the place in town with 50% off lifetime guaranteed brake shoes and pads. CarX, more than you thought, for less than you'd think.
Don't worry, call the CarX man.
Opportunity only knocks once, and timing is everything. And right now is the time to buy a beautiful imported European rug from the Rug Gallery. With the euro at an all-time high, imported machine-made rugs like Kuristan and Karistan will skyrocket. That's why the Rug Gallery is offering an additional 20% off machine-made rugs through the end of February. This is your last chance to purchase these rugs at these prices. They will never be this low again. The Rug Gallery, color and design that stand the test of time.
The more you discover about the Hyundai Elantra, the more it makes sense. It's loaded with standard features like AC and power everything. Plus, only Hyundai has America's best warranty, 10 years, 100,000 miles. It's $1,600 less than a Honda Civic LX when comparably equipped. In fact, the 2004 Hyundai Elantra starts at just $11,339. When your car makes this much sense, you win. Get a 2004 Elantra with up to $2,500 cash back or 0% APR.
It's time to relax, revitalize, and rejuvenate at Spa 413. Restore balance with personalized massages, iontosonic facials, and yoga. Our own private skincare line, a convenience cafe featuring catered organic foods, renowned Franche mineral cosmetics, and much, much more. Like our perfect Valentine's Day gifts, pamper your sweetheart with a beautiful gift basket, or show her just how much you care with a luxury spa package and get a free massage for yourself. Treat yourself or someone you love and visit Spa 413 today.
Gold Star Chili has great taste in store for you. That's right, the great taste you enjoy in Gold Star restaurants is also available in your favorite grocery store. Try it today. Gold Star Chili, the taste that's taking over your home.
Catch more American Idol followed by 24 tonight starting at 8. This is Cincinnati's first and only all-local morning news. Fox 19 Morning News. First for news.
A lawsuit against the Bengals and the NFL involving the cost of Paul Brown Stadium has moved forward. I'm Carolyn Costello. That story is coming up.
A semi-explosion overnight is being called suspicious.
Also, hear from the girlfriend of a local American Idol contestant as he gears up for a big night of competition.
And some news parents need on kids and self-esteem.
Good morning, everyone. You're watching the Fox 19 Morning News. Pretty mild out there right now. We're still hanging out in the upper 20s, kind of where we were yesterday at this time.
Paul Horton is on the job swap today, and he's really gone to the dogs. Hi, Paul.
Good morning, Rob and Sheila. And that's right, we're taking care of Pepper this morning and drying Pepper off while Seashell is in the drying machine. And Aaron, this is a pretty incredible grooming place. What is this behind us here? They can also pick out what?
They get their choice of a bandana, or they can have bows. And of course, everybody gets a splash of cologne before they're, right when they're finished.
And look at this at home, everybody. Here is the cologne we're talking about. Once they're dried off, all cleaned up, they're fresh, clean and fresh pet cologne. And look at this color paw. Boy, I feel like I'm at the manicure shop again. Let's get on with that forecast for today, and we do have some increasing clouds expected later on this afternoon. As you can see right now, the satellite radar showing some shower activity to the south of us. Temperatures out there not too bad, right around the lower 30s to upper 20s around the region. As you can see with the day planner forecast, we're going to see a high today right around 38, 39 degrees. We'll get down to around the mid-30s by lunchtime, and then things will cool down as you head home from work with mostly cloudy skies. May see a sprinkle or two. Let's get an update on traffic. Here's Bruce. Good morning, Bruce.
Morning, Paul. For those of you who come out of Butler County, you're not going to catch much of a break between Cincy-Dayton Road and the Norwood Lateral. This is in front of GE, and it's very solid traffic all the way through to the lateral. You can, at this point, add about 18 to 20 minutes coming down from Union Center. We'll send it back to you guys.
The Bengals, along with the NFL, may soon have some explaining to do about the cost of building Paul Brown Stadium.
Fox 19 News reporter Carolyn Costello is live outside the stadium with our top story. Carolyn?
Good morning, Sheila. Good morning, everyone. The question this morning is, has the NFL used a monopoly over professional football to influence unfair, high-priced construction deals to build stadiums like Paul Brown? Now, this is part of an antitrust lawsuit that was originally filed by Hamilton County Commissioner Todd Portune because he, of course, feels that the cost of Paul Brown was way too high. The Cincinnati Enquirer is reporting this morning that a federal judge has ruled that this lawsuit should move forward. Portune filed a lawsuit last year. He was trying to get back more than $200 million from the cost of building Paul Brown. That's taxpayer money, which cost a total of $450 million to build. The suit is no longer in Portune's name because of a potential conflict of interest. It's now in a local taxpayer's name. Again, the suit accuses the NFL of using a monopoly over professional football to influence unfair construction deals for stadiums, including Paul Brown. Now, the NFL and the Bengals asked a judge to throw out the suit, but this judge ruled that it should move forward, saying that the suit is well supported by substantial facts. If the suit is proven, the NFL could be forced to disclose detailed financial information that up until this point has been kept extremely private. Reporting live this morning from Paul Brown Stadium, Carolyn Costello, Fox 19 News.
Thanks, Carolyn. Investigators want to know what caused a semi-explosion overnight in Miami Township. The truck caught fire just after 2 at the Chevron oil facility on Route 128. No one was in the truck and no one was hurt, but now investigators are looking for the truck's owner, and they're calling the explosion and fire suspicious. Customers at this Delhi Township tanning salon got away safely after an elderly driver crashed into the building. 73-year-old Patricia Bowles reportedly hit the gas instead of the brake, and she drove right through a window at the Montego Bay tanning salon. Bowles is charged with failure to maintain control of her car.
Hundreds of people turned out at the Cathedral Basilica of the Assumption in Covington to remember local TV icon Dick Von Hayne. There was a big photo displaying how he was hosting Horror Night right here at Fox 19. Of course, he also hosted local shows as well. He was 63 years old. He was buried at the Spring Grove Cemetery in Cincinnati. He is survived by 2 daughters, 2 brothers, 2 sisters, and 2 grandsons. Fox 19 will remember Dick Von Hayne Saturday night with a Cool Ghoul tribute. You can catch highlights from his fabled career in local TV at 6:30 and again at midnight.
A singer from our area is one of the top 32 finalists on American Idol 3. 23-year-old Matt Metzger of Oxford is one of the 8 competing tonight here on Fox 19. It's the first time you'll be able to call in and vote. Only 2 of the singers performing tonight will make the final cut. We caught up with Matt's fiance. She's in LA with him, and here's what she told us.
I believe that he can be up there, definitely. We will see what happens, but I think he has the full package. You know, he is a great guy. His character is so solid, and he would use a position like this to really make a difference in other people's lives.
Natalie is urging everybody to vote over and over and over again. The calls, of course, are free, and there's no limit on how many times you can call in and vote.
Well, there you go. You know, folks are speaking out on both sides of the Lunken Airport expansion project. Hear what they have to say coming up.
Investigators officially linked the I-71 shooting Sunday to that string of highway shootings around Columbus. We'll have the latest.
The investigation into former Governor Paul Patton has come to an end. I'm Dan Carroll. We'll tell you about that and more coming up from the Kentucky News Center on the Fox 19 Morning News.
A person can't really understand what it's like to be overweight unless they've been overweight. I was 77 pounds overweight. I was miserable. With LA Weight Loss, it was exciting. I lost weight each week. I lost dress sizes left and right. Within 36 weeks, I went from a size 18 all the way down to a size 8. I decided to join the company because they changed my life, and I wanted to help other people change their lives too.
LA Weight Loss Centers. Call for your free consultation. 1-800-526-SLIM.
My real name's William K. Meyer. My nickname is Fuzzy. I don't remember when the last time somebody called me Bill. Look at my high school pictures. They got the same haircut. I've been with American Family over 25 years. My agent is fantastic. I mean, I feel comfortable when I walk in the door. You just got to have good insurance. I got all my insurance with American Family. Cars, home, you name it, I got it.
American Family Insurance.
Put a little butch wax in the front, everything's cool.
Is your basement still unfinished? Well, now imagine having a new playroom for the kids, or a new home office, or an exercise room. Now stop imagining and call for this free video today. Featuring Owens Corning Basement Finishing System, it shows how there's never been a faster or better way to finish your basement.
Call for your free video, More Room for Living. Learn how you can give your basement the ultimate makeover. Call today.
Call toll-free 1-866-TRY-PINK.
It's simple. Our goal is to provide the best price on your new Chevrolet. That's why we're the only dealer at the Tom Gill Chevrolet 48-hour price guarantee. Buy your new car or truck from Northern Kentucky's largest inventory, then take the next 48 hours to shop the competition. If they beat our deal, we'll double the difference, guaranteed. We'll even change your oil for free while you take a test drive. The American Revolution begins in Florence at Tom Gill Chevrolet.
This portion of Fox 19 News brought to you by Spa 413.
Good morning, everybody. Well, no, we're not live at the aquarium. You're looking live at some catfish. We're in the cat room now here at Pet Suites, the pet resort by the airport. And who is this?
This is Tiger.
This is little Tiger. We're just giving Tiger some playtime here while Tiger's parents are probably in another state right now, traveling around the country. Let's get on with that forecast for today, and I'll tell you what, we've got temperatures that are going to be real close to average around the region. You can see some shower activity to the north of us, also some showers to the south, and we're seeing partly cloudy skies this morning. We're going to hit a high today of 39 degrees with increasing clouds, and winds will be a tad bit breezy out of the west, 15 to 20 miles per hour. Meow, I'm Tiger. All right, let's toss it to Bruce. Good morning, Bruce.
Busy for you off and on from Fields Erdel all the way south through to the Red Bank interchange. Pick the pace back up as you hit the bottom of the Kenwood Cut. And we are getting reports that North Bend Road closed in both directions, Westwood Northern Boulevard. Checking on the reasons for that, and we'll pass that along to you in our next report. We'll send it back to you guys.
All right, Bruce, thank you very much. Police need your help finding a man who was seen in a van in Hartwell engaged in a sex act with a little girl.
Another man saw what was happening and called police. Now they're looking for an African-American man between the ages of 40 and 50 with a mustache and a light gray jacket. That's what he was wearing at the time. The little girl is around 7 years old and has braided hair. She was wearing a pink jacket. That van was a newer model blue Dodge Caravan. Police linked the latest two highway shootings on I-71 to the other ones, bringing the number to 23. Sunday's shootings were closer to Cincinnati, near the Jeffersonville outlet malls. Police have a vague description of a suspect, and now they're working on a profile. The shootings appear to be random, so that makes it hard to figure out where and when the shooter might strike next.
You don't know if the guy's going to stop and never get caught, or if he's going to keep doing it because he wants to get caught.
Some other drivers told us they change lanes when they get to an overpass to try to avoid being hit. Police are looking for a white man in his 30s or 40s, medium build, driving a dark mid-sized car, possibly a sports car.
You know, a large crowd gathered to voice their opinion about expansion at Lunken Airport. Now, the expansion calls for longer runways to accommodate larger planes. Now, supporters say the change would bring an economic boom to Cincinnati, but people who live near the airport say the expansion will only bring about more noise.
We're behind the eight ball big time. We need to implement things now.
It's hard for me to sleep. They wake me up occasionally. It's hard to talk in your living room while they're buzzing through.
A noise study shows changing flight corridors to go over less populated area, noise monitors, a berm, and an engine run-up pad with glass deflectors around it will decrease noise.
Paul Horton is job swapping today. He's working at a doggy daycare. We'll see how he's doing in just a couple of minutes.
Also this morning, self-esteem is so important for kids, but what if your kids lack self-esteem? What can you do to help your kids become more confident? Coming up.
11 minutes after 8 o'clock.
That's an odd-looking shot, isn't it?
Some breaks of sunshine in there. It makes it kind of neat looking over the skyline. We'll check your weather in just a moment on the Fox 19 Morning News.
I just saved $6,000 on a car that I'm ashamed to take out of the garage.
It's a great deal unless it's a great car.
With Toyota Camry, you get both. No wonder it's America's best-selling car 2 years in a row. Now get a Camry with 1.9 financing for 60 months. That's 1.9 for 60 on Camry. Remember, it's not a great deal unless it's a great car.
Next time, Toyota.
See your Toyota dealer before it all ends March 1st.
Are you wearing glasses or contact lenses? Imagine your life without having to depend on them. At Midwest Eye Center, Dr. David Schneider and his group of experienced nurses and eye doctors offers the latest in LASIK technology. This short, painless, and effective procedure can improve your sight and change your life dramatically. LASIK could make your eyeglasses a thing of the past. So call Midwest Eye Center at 385-EYES to schedule your complimentary appointment and see if you qualify for LASIK.
FitWorks Fitness Center is turning your TV into a coupon. Simply bring this coupon into a FitWorks club near you to get your free 1-month membership with zero obligation. Visit any of these FitWorks locations and start getting fit right away. And if you don't have quite enough energy to lug in your TV, just remember this password instead. FitWorks. Real workouts for real people. And real savings, too.
2 candidates, 1 clear choice. Republican Pat DeWine saved taxpayers millions by cracking down on wasteful city spending. And Pat DeWine led the fight to roll back city property taxes. John Dowland, as commissioner, he's wasted thousands of taxpayers' dollars, missed important votes, and our property taxes have skyrocketed by 70%. On taxes and spending, the choice is clear. Republican Pat DeWine for Hamilton County Commissioner.
Steakhouse, baby. As good as it gets. It's all about the fun and that legendary flavor. Yeah, the Longhorn West tastes best.
One of your favorites is back. Longhorn's big, thick-cut, bony, and outlaw ribeye. Seasoned to perfection and grilled over an open flame for mighty big flavor.
Can you say Longhorn Steakhouse, baby?
This portion of Fox 19 News brought to you by Hyundai.
And good morning, everybody. We're job swapping, day 2 of the job swap. We're trading jobs with Aaron this morning, and this morning we're now live inside the Cat condos. And you're looking right now, this is, I believe, Bubba and Jelly Bean, is that correct?
Yes.
And look at this unbelievable, tell everybody about the Cat condos.
The Cat condos are 4 levels. Our suites either have a window view with a bird feeder set up outside, or they have a view of one of our 2 90-gallon aquariums. We also have some suites with a 10-gallon aquarium built in. So they have some fish and bird entertainment.
Wow, these cats are well taken care of. All right, are you ready to help us take care of the weather?
Sure.
Let's do it. And I'll tell you what, the forecast today is shaping up to be quite nice. We're going to see some cloud cover, especially later on this afternoon. You're taking a live look at downtown Cincinnati. We're experiencing a few sun breaks out there, but still some clouds sticking around. We will continue to see some off and on sun breaks throughout the day today. Let's take a look at that current temperature. 28 degrees outside right now, and winds are out of the north at 6 miles per hour. The humidity at 95%, and the Ohio River right now at 50.1 feet. Here's the satellite radar. Clouds to the south of us, and also some cloud cover and some shower activity to the north of us into areas of Michigan. But we're going to start the day with partly cloudy skies. A little weak disturbance from the north will pass on by, bringing us a brief chance of a hit and miss sprinkle. Then things will start to clear on out overnight tonight. Tomorrow, we'll see some more sun breaks in the forecast. Highs a little bit cooler. Temperatures will be right around, looks like the mid-30s for your Wednesday. 39 our high in Cincinnati, mid-30s in Dayton. We've got 43 degrees in Lexington. Temperatures in the lower 40s as well in Louisville, and in Portsmouth we'll see a high of 40 degrees. Tonight, overnight lows right around 21 degrees. Winds will be out of the northwest, or out of the west, 10 to 15 miles per hour. Clearing skies by morning, and we'll see partly cloudy skies for tomorrow. A little bit cooler day tomorrow, but staying dry. Highs around 36 degrees, and winds staying fairly light out of the south, about 5 to 10. All right, here she is. Erin, she's been doing an amazing job all morning long. Here she is with your 7-day forecast. Take it away, Erin.
Okay, today we're partly cloudy in the morning with increasing clouds and highs in the upper 30s. Tomorrow it's going to be partly cloudy, a bit chilly in the mid 30s. And Thursday it's going to be mostly cloudy.
All right, unbelievable, Aaron. And as you can see, some sunshine Friday and the forecast for Valentine's Day. Clouds and may see a hit and miss sprinkle. If you'd like to trade jobs with us, just log on to our website, fox19.com. Let's get an update on traffic. Here's Bruce. Good morning, Bruce.
Morning, Paul. We got an accident now northbound 71. Before you get to Ronald Reagan Highway, it is on the left side of the northbound lanes, and that is creating a little pocket of slow traffic back to the top of the Kenwood Cut. The southbound traffic, just a little bit of an onlooker delay. Once you get south of that location, though, things much better for you on 71. 75, though, still very solid from Union Center Boulevard all the way through the Lockland Split. We'll send it back to you guys.
It's 8:17. Balancing discipline and helping kids with their self-esteem can be one of the toughest jobs a parent faces. But most parenting experts will tell you it is possible to maintain both of those important aspects of a child's development and make your kids more confident. Child psychologist Dr. Lisa Mills of Children's Hospital is here with some tips on building self-esteem. It's great to see you, Dr. Mills. How does self-esteem change in children as they grow and develop? Because it's different at different ages, right?
You're right. It's extremely developmental. Typically, children's self-esteem it begins in the very beginning with infancy, with mother and daughter and father-son, parent-child attachment. So basically it's pretty stable, but we find that it fluctuates, particularly going into early adolescence, when kids' bodies are changing and they're feeling a little bit self-conscious.
Yeah, absolutely. I remember that horrible time. So we've put together a list of ways to promote self-esteem and self-confidence in kids, and the first one is maintain expectations. What do you mean by that?
I think it's important for, particularly in terms of school achievement, for teachers and for parents to have expectations for your children. When you're working for achievement and striving for that, we feel good about ourselves, and it helps you to recognize the skills that you have while you're going for that goal. So setting goals and having adults in your life expect things from you is very important.
Okay, and the second one on the list, encouraging involvement in extracurricular activities. I would assume being part of a team or part of a group, right?
Yes, being a part of a team, or it could be also not necessarily competitive, but cooperative things like a mentoring program, so that an older child who's helping a younger child to read gives that child a great sense of competency, and it benefits both children, the younger child and the older child.
That's great. What's next? Expose kids to role models, very important.
Role models are important because they provide so many extra opportunities and experiences to children that maybe their family isn't exposing them to. Also, role models tend to repair attachment. Again, attachment is extremely important when you're fostering self-esteem, and so if a child doesn't have parent who particularly has good attachment, then a role model can really step in and work with that.
I want to make sure we get through these last two. That's very self-explanatory. Spend quality time with your kids and give positive reinforcement. Now, how do you do that, but not at the expense of discipline? Because some people get that confused.
Right, and what I mean by positive reinforcement is really praising your child for making efforts and completing tasks, as opposed to the outcome. So if your child is trying out for a soccer team and they don't make it, instead of saying, well, if you work harder next time, you might make it, you say, you know, I'm so proud of you that you even tried out for it and that you put a good effort in. And so really praising those efforts rather than the outcome is so important.
There's a series of workshops for parents going on at the Cincinnati Museum Center for the next few months, and they're every month, and one's tomorrow at 7 to 9. If you want to sign up for that or find out more information, just call 513-287-7021. Dr. Mills, thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you.
Okay.
We will have more parenting information just ahead. Next, some advice on how to raise boys. You know, it's different between boys and girls. 8:20, back in a moment with that on the Fox 19 Morning News.
McCluskey Chevrolet is still keeping America rolling. We're Cincinnati's #1 choice for quality pre-owned vehicles. The best selection, best prices, down payments as low as $99, and guaranteed credit approval. Call the one number today, McCluskey Chevrolet.
Growing up, Jackie Callan had a dream.
Dad!
Now,
Coffee.
she's standing up
What do you know about boxing? I know as much as you.
to make that dream come true.
How you gonna manage me?
I know potential, and I see it in you.
Watch out, world.
Inspired by a true story.
You said they were nothing to worry about.
Knock him down, knock him out.
Meg Ryan.
Nobody acts surprised that we won.
Against the Ropes. Rated PG-13. Starts Friday, February 20th. Only in theaters.
At my Speedway, we take pride in serving the best cup of coffee in town. That means it's always hot, always fresh, all the varieties that you want, including our new 100% Colombian coffee. Customers can even mix and match to make their own special blend. And right now at Speedway,
any size, always hot, always fresh. 100% Colombian coffee, now just 79 cents at Speedway. Always hot, always fresh, just 79 cents. You've got our word on it.
We're on your way, the convenience stores of Speedway. Now, new king-size Nestle Crunch with caramel. Buy 2, get 1 free.
Kids' clothes play hard, and that means nasty monster stains. Stains you need to pre-treat, right? Wrong. Now stained clothes go right in the wash, thanks to Spray and Wash Pink. Pour in with detergent to get pre-treating action without pre-treating. Spray and Wash Pink gets out tough stains better than detergent alone. Add the power of Spray and Wash Pink to your wash. Also available in tabs.
If you need a new vehicle, don't wait for your tax refund. Come to McCluskey Chevrolet today. We'll do your taxes for free, provide a refund anticipation loan, guarantee your credit, and give you $4,000 for your down payment. Call the one number today, McCluskey Chevrolet.
And good morning, everyone. We are live right now with Lucy. And see, Lucy, this is one of my favorite channels besides Fox 19. They're explaining the storm analysis, the cold weather in February. And we're going to see close to above average temperatures. We're going to get up to around 39 degrees. Average high this time of year is into the lower 40s. Let's take a look right now at the conditions out there. As you can see, some cloud cover and some showers south and also to the north of us. We're going to start out the morning with partly cloudy skies with increasing clouds. High today, 39 degrees, close to average. And for tonight, overnight lows around 21. Mostly cloudy skies in the early part of the evening hours. Then things will start to clear out. We'll see partly cloudy conditions tomorrow with a high of 37 degrees. All right, Robin Sheila, let's toss it back to you in the studio.
All right, thank you very much. Should you raise your sons differently than you raise your daughters? Of course, because they're different. But how do you do that? And how do you keep it different but equal? Joining me this morning with tips on how to raise boys is Jordan-Grizzard with Beech Acres. Thank you very much for joining us.
I thank you for having me.
Well, first of all, let's talk about this. You should raise boys differently than you raise girls.
Absolutely,
okay.
Absolutely. And one of the things, Rob, that is so different is that we have the influence of pop culture in our society. We also have the raging hormonal differences between boys and girls, which makes it a lot different between them.
Right, because the problems you deal with sons is quite different than the problems you deal with girls.
Absolutely.
And it seems like at 13, it seems like all girls start to hate their mother. I don't know what that is.
And boys do too.
All right, that explains a lot. Let's talk about some of the things you can do with boys. Specifically, you should, number one, in raising boys, they need physical space with boundaries. Tell me about that.
Absolutely. As we just said, boys just are typically bigger than girls. Their shoes are bigger. Their physical bodies are bigger.
Right.
Therefore, they need space. They need physical space to sort of stretch out and spread out. At the same time, they also want to naturally sort of test their environment and roam around. So it's important to give them that space to do that, but also you have to give them boundaries and limits that are age appropriate to keep them safe. Other types of age appropriate types of things might be curfews that will keep them safe. And one of the things that I love is the notion of checking in. It's important that they check in and then convince you that they are able to keep safe, even if they want to sort of step outside of the boundaries that you have set for
That's
them.
right, just put that toe out there.
Absolutely.
Competitive activities, what age do they become appropriate?
Oh, listen, competitive activities start at 2 and 3.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, you can see little boys, they just like to tug and wrestle and shove and push a little bit. And certainly as they get older, having them in sports is just wonderful, whether it's soccer, t-ball, baseball, any number of things that give them that physical competition that they're going to be looking for.
And really, there are so many activities in a community where you can get your sons involved in
Absolutely.
that. A lot of conversation. This would surprise a lot of people because it seems like boys don't like to talk that much
They don't want to talk. You know what I have found is that boys do talk to each other in a shoulder-to-shoulder way. So sometimes if we find shoulder-to-shoulder ways to communicate with our sons, like running, jogging, doing things with them that they like to do naturally, sort of gives you that entry, like you said, the toe in. Gives you that toe into their world and their environment, and they typically will open up and talk to you.
You got to kind of scoop down to their level.
Absolutely. Understand them, basically.
Exactly. What is some information up on the screen? Because you know what? There are a lot of theories on how to raise your kids, and we're going to be taking a look at some of those because there is a Centering on Families workshop, Tools for Practical Parenting. The next session is tomorrow. It starts at 7 at night, continues until 9. It's at the Cincinnati Museum Center, 513-287-7021. Diane, all the best to you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
We have much more of the Fox 19 Morning News to come. You know what? If you're thinking about getting the man in your life a haircut, you're in luck because we now have a place where they can get a beer and a haircut or a wine and a haircut. They might actually like that. How does that sound to you, Dan?
If you're interested in being a security screener at the airport, we'll tell you where they're having a little job information, a little job fair today, and accepting applications as well. That and more on the way from the Kentucky News Center on the Fox 19 Morning News.
This portion of Fox 19 News brought to you by Montgomery Ford.
And the love profusion, you make me feel, you make me know. And the love direction, you make me feel, you make me shine.
Estee Lauder, Beyond Paradise. It's gift time. 8 must-haves with color choice and silky cosmetic bag. Free with any 2350 Estee Lauder purchase. Through February 21st, exclusively at Dillard's.
This is Hall's. And this is Hall's Fruit Breezers. Hall's. Hall's Fruit Breezers. It's a completely different kind of throat drop from Hall's. Mouth-watering Fruit Breezers. Whenever you have a dry, scratchy throat, they'll give it a cooling lift. Hall's Fruit Breezers. Treat your throat.
Sign up today and get your first 6 months for $29.95 per month. Add wireless Roadrunner free till 2005. Call 489-BEAT today.
When kids' clothes get monster stains, it's time to pre-treat, right? Wrong. Stained clothes go right in the wash with Spray and Wash Pink. Pink removes stains better than detergent alone. Add the power of Spray and Wash Pink to your wash.
So which one do you want?
The usual. We all know where your usual breakfast usually ends up.
Oh, you'll know too.
Eat something good. Nutri-Grain. Respect yourself in the morning.
Fox 19 Morning News continues with Sheila Gray, Rob Williams, and First Weather meteorologist Paul Horton.
A lawsuit against the Bengals and the NFL involving the cost of Paul Brown Stadium. I'm Carolyn Costello. That story coming up.
Also, another story we follow for you this morning. A semi-truck explodes. Investigators say it looks suspicious.
We'll also show you the competition local American Idol contestant Matt Metzger faces tonight.
Also this morning, we've shown you advice for raising boys. Coming up, we're going to give you some advice for raising girls.
Specifically how to help them be self-confident, because that's a big issue with girls.
That's coming up on the Fox 19 Morning News. Paul Horton is job swapping again this morning. We should tell you that you can really go to our website, fox19.com, and give him some more suggestions.
Yeah, because it's a kind of a regular thing that we do, and we really like it. And then next week he's going to be visiting hot breakfast places, so you can sign up for that too.
Exactly, fox19.com. This morning, Paul Horton is hanging out with the dogs.
And we're having a little bit of a technical difficulty getting the shot.
We're getting it in right now. He has been washing them. He has been grooming them. He has been taking care of them, and they seem very happy this morning. We're going to talk with Paul Horton in just a moment.
Yeah, we're going to try Maria LaRosa, though, since we're having that technical difficulty, and we'll get it fixed. She's got the forecast.
Good morning, guys. I absolutely do. We have some clear skies over the area right now, and clouds will be on the move by this afternoon. You can see up to the north some snow showers. We shouldn't see too much this afternoon, but just enough that it maybe sprinkle or flurry on the windshield. 28 degrees right now, 30 at Lunkin, and we'll be on our way up into the mid and upper 30s, much closer to average. Lunchtime temperature, 35 degrees with partly sunny skies, and 34 degrees with just a chance of a sprinkle or flurry by the time we end the day at around 5 o'clock. Have a great Tuesday, here's Bruce now with traffic.
Yeah, good morning. Couple of accidents to deal with. Glenway and Grand and Price Hill, Erie and Mooney and Hyde Park. Got one on Central Parkway between 74 and Clifton Hills. It's on the backside of Cincinnati State. Northbound 71 traffic on your right side. There's an accident just before Reagan on the left side getting some attention. Southbound traffic starting to really get a little bit better through here. We'll send it back to you guys.
All right.
The Bengals in the NFL, it looks like they're going to have to do some explaining about the cost of building their stadium.
Our Fox 19 News reporter Carolyn Costello is live this morning at the stadium with much more in a live report. Good morning to you, Carolyn.
Good morning, Rob. The question this morning is, has the NFL used a monopoly over professional football to influence unfair, high-priced construction deals to build stadiums like Paul Brown Stadium? This is part of an antitrust lawsuit that was originally filed by Hamilton County Commissioner Todd Portune because he, of course, feels that Paul Brown Stadium was way too expensive to Hamilton County taxpayers. Now, the Cincinnati Enquirer is reporting this morning that a federal judge has ruled that this lawsuit should move forward. Portune filed the lawsuit last year to try to get back more than $200 million from the cost of building Paul Brown, which cost a total of $450 million to build. The suit is no longer in Portune's name because of a potential conflict of interest. It's now in a local taxpayer's name. Again, the suit accuses the NFL of using a monopoly over pro football to influence unfair construction deals for stadiums, including Paul Brown Stadium. The NFL and the Bengals had asked a judge to throw the suit out, but this judge has ruled that the suit should move forward because there are substantial facts supporting the suit. Now, if the suit is proven, the NFL could be forced to share financial details that up until this point it has kept very private. Reporting live this morning from Paul Brown Stadium, Carolyn Costello, Fox 19 News.
All right, Carolyn, thank you very much. More local news now for you at 8:33. Investigators want to know what caused a semi to explode overnight in Miami Township. Investigators say it looks suspicious. Now, the truck caught fire just after 2 o'clock at the Chevron oil refinery on Route 128. No one was inside the truck and no one was hurt, but right now investigators are looking for the truck's owner. A man accused of murder is under arrest after a standoff with police. 22-year-old Roger McGee walked up to a man outside the H&R block in Roselawn, and officers say he shot him several times in the head and chest. That was about yesterday afternoon at 1. Police say the shooter then got into the victim's girlfriend's car with the 2-year-old child, made her drive him to a home in Springfield Township. SWAT arrived at the scene and began negotiating with the suspect. About 4 hours later at 7:30, the standoff came to a calm end.
Another new business headed for Newport on the Levee, and the investigation into former Governor Paul Patton is over. Fox 19's Dan Carroll covering those stories in our Kentucky News Center. Dan?
Well, Sheila, word that the federal investigation into Governor Paul Patton has come to an end comes from a U.S. attorney in Lexington. Governor Patton had been under investigation for allegedly using the power of his office to help out and then eventually ruin businesses that were owned by his former mistress, Tina Connor. U.S. Attorney Gregory Van Tathove says no further will be pursued against Patton unless unforeseen evidence turns up. Meanwhile, Tina Connor's attempt to change her plea to mail fraud to not guilty was denied yesterday. The judge says that she stated under oath she knew what she was doing when she entered the guilty plea back in October, and Connor was sentenced to 2 years probation. Are you looking for work by any chance? The Transportation Security Administration, the TSA, is accepting applications now for security screeners at Greater Cincinnati, Northern Kentucky International Airport. The pay ranges from $23,000 to $35,000 a year, plus benefits. A recruiter will be answering questions and taking applications today at the Covington campus of Gateway Community and Technical College. It's on Amsterdam Road in Covington. They'll be there from 11 this morning until 3 this afternoon. Well, Newport on the Levee strikes again and brings in another unique entertainment and dining venue. It's called Fat Fish Blue. It's a joint that bills itself as hot Cajun cuisine and cool live jazz. Judging by the photos on the company website, looks like they have a Mardi Gras atmosphere there all the time. You'll find cornbread, crawfish, and jambalaya on the menu, along with top local and regional blues bands. Fat Fish Blue is set to open this summer here at Newport on the Levee. And that is the latest from here at the Kentucky News Center. I'm Dan Carroll. Sheila, we'll go ahead and send it back to you.
Thanks a lot, Dan. You can now get a drink while you're getting your hair cut and relax a little bit at the You Guys Salon on Montgomery Road in Sims Township. They've got a permit to serve wine and beer, and they're hoping women will think that's a good Valentine's gift for guys because they also throw in some extra pampering.
Our stylists incorporate massage with a haircut, so they'll lay him back in an Italian massaging shampoo chair and massage his neck, his scalp, and offer him a hot towel service. All of that's part of a haircut.
As far as the drinks go, the owner says it was his wife's idea, and he hasn't heard of any competitors doing that.
Still ahead on the Fox 19 Morning News. Tonight is the first time on American Idol where you will be able to call in and vote.
Right.
And tonight on American Idol, Matt Metzger,
the local guy,
a Miami University graduate, will go up and sing. Only two can move on.
We're going to show you some of the competition he faces.
Exactly.
How long should your kids be in a car seat? A new study shows most parents don't know the rules, so we'll have them next on the Fox 19 Morning News.
And there's a live look outside at the Ohio River and Mount Adams, and as you can see, clouds dominate the skies this morning. But will it rain? We'll have your weather in 2 minutes.
My name is Matt Metzger. I live in a little town called Oxford, Ohio, near Cincinnati.
Tonight, don't miss Matt Metzger and the rest of the first 8 finalists performing on American Idol. Then later on the 10 o'clock news.
Trisha Mackey here in Hollywood, and we're going to go behind the scenes with this guy.
It all starts at 8 tonight on Fox 19.
Behind this, I got to get a script.
Here in Boston, internet users are taking the Net Zero High-Speed Challenge. 2 computers connected to the internet through ordinary phone jacks. One using standard dial-up, the other Net Zero high-speed dial-up.
Oh, the Net Zero is much faster than the standard dial-up. It's on page 18. It's only on page 4.
You can surf the web up to 5 times faster for only $14.95 a month.
That's quite amazing.
Net Zero and Net Zero High-Speed, both available now at netzero.com.
Why isn't the bank open before I go to work? And why can't I cash a check after 5 o'clock? And it would be nice to call a bank with a question and talk to someone who can actually help me. And those pens with the chains? Maybe it's time for a new kind of bank. Provident Bank. Provident Bank. Personal approach, proven results.
How TK gave us a lot more home on our lot. This was our lot. This was our budget. At TK, they showed us floor plans right in our price range. No prefab for this growing family. And our home appraised for $13,000 more than we paid before we even moved in. Now that's what I call appreciation.
Call for a free lot owner's benefits guide.
You get a lot more home on your lot with a TK Home.
13 grand? You're going to college.
It's time to relax, revitalize, and rejuvenate at Spa 413. Restore balance with personalized massages, iontosonic facials, and yoga. Our own private skincare line. A convenience cafe featuring catered organic foods, renowned Franchet mineral cosmetics, and much, much more. Like our perfect Valentine's Day gifts. Pamper your sweetheart with a beautiful gift basket, or show her just how much you care with a luxury spa package and get a free massage for yourself. Treat yourself or someone you love and visit Spa 413 today.
I know the real Simon Cowell from American Idol, and now it's your turn to get to know him. He'll be here live.
Next on air. Today at 4 on Fox 19. Catch a full hour of your favorite friends tonight starting at 7 on Fox 19.
Good morning. It's Tuesday and 28 degrees. And taking a look at the satellite radar picture, it's finally beginning to pick up on some of the low clouds that are already beginning to move into the downtown area. But off to the north, nice clear spot. So we'll see some spots of sunshine during the late morning and into the early afternoon. So if you're headed out the door right now, temperatures are into the upper 20s. And in honor of Paul's job swap, it's a good day to take the dog out early today. And what can you expect for the rest of the afternoon? Up to 39 degrees, close to average, just a chance of a sprinkle or even a flurry. And then by tonight, mostly cloudy, 21 and some sunshine for tomorrow, all the way up to 37 degrees. That's a quick forecast, guys. Back to you.
All right, Maria, appreciate it. You know, most parents know to put babies and toddlers in car seats.
But studies show that most of us don't know how to safely restrain older kids.
Yeah, Elliot Lewis has more.
It was a severe crash 5 years ago that showed Christine Garino the importance of booster seats.
People think, I'm a good driver, my child is safe. Well, I'm a good driver too, but I got hit by a truck and I could not prevent that.
But by using booster seats, what she did prevent was a family tragedy.
If it hadn't been for that, he probably would not have survived the crash.
Once children outgrow car seats at around 40 pounds, they're supposed to be in booster seats. Yet safety experts estimate that at least 4 out of 5 children who should ride in booster seats currently do not.
The geometry of the safety belt in cars does not fit children who are less than 4 foot 9 inches tall. That's why we have booster seats.
Without a booster seat, the lap and shoulder belts can cause severe injury to internal organs and fail to keep children in place.
They become a missile. And there's nothing you can do in that millisecond when that crash occurs.
Why treat a child like a crash test dummy?
To educate parents, the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council are launching a nationwide public service campaign.
So often a child may talk their parent out of having to be in a booster seat. That's not appropriate. Parents need to be the parents and kids need to be the kids. This is the safest thing for them, so that's why we're educating the parents.
Booster seats cost as little as $20, and many local agencies, including police and fire departments, can help parents install them correctly. In Washington, I'm Elliot Lewis reporting.
You know, parents know raising a girl is totally different than raising a boy.
Yep, we have some advice on how to help your daughters become more confident girls and then women.
That is coming up next. Stay with us, please.
This portion of Fox 19 News brought to you by the Rug Gallery.
Now, when people come to H&R Block for the first time, I give them a second chance. I double check their past returns for free to see if I can find them any more money. And when we find something, it averages about $1,500.
Double check. Another advantage of H&R Block. At H&R Block, you can walk in with your taxes and walk out with a loan check, up to $7,000. Now at H&R Block, it's easier than ever to qualify, and nobody does it faster. Instant money, another advantage of H&R Block.
Is your basement still unfinished? Well, now imagine having a new playroom for the kids, or a new home office, or an exercise room. Now stop imagining and call for this free video today. Featuring Owens Corning Basement Finishing System, it shows how there's never been a faster or better way to finish your basement.
Call for your free video, More Room for Living. Learn how you can give your basement the ultimate makeover. Call today.
Call toll-free 1-866-TRY-PINK.
The seafood dinners we serve at Captain D's are loaded with so much food, it takes a certain kind of employee to bring them to you. Andre, fries?
Sorry. Captain D's Shrimp Celebration is here, featuring our amazing new double dozen shrimp. Get 24 of our tastiest shrimp, the fixins you love, and sweet chili sauce for dipping, just $3.99. So come on in, because at Captain D's you're always welcome aboard.
MoveOn.org Voter Fund is responsible for the content of this advertisement.
First for news, this is Fox 19 Morning News.
Good morning, everyone. Paul Horton and his job swapping, a couple of seconds away. First, a look at your top stories at 8:44. A suit against the NFL is moving forward. Originally filed by Hamilton County Commissioner Todd Portune, it is no longer in his name. It is now in a local taxpayer's name because of conflict of interest. Now, the suit accuses the NFL of using its monopoly to influence unfair construction deals for stadiums, including Paul Brown Stadium. A murder suspect is under arrest this morning. Police say Roger McGee shot and killed a man outside the H&R Block in Roselawn yesterday. Police say McGee then made the victim's girlfriend drive him to a home in Springfield Township. SWAT arrived at the scene and began negotiating with him. 4 hours later, that standoff came to an end. Investigators want to know what caused a semi to explode overnight in Miami Township. They're saying it looks suspicious. The truck caught fire just after 2 at the Chevron oil refinery on Route 128. No one was inside the truck. No one was hurt. But this morning, investigators are looking for the truck's owner. Now, let's send it over to Paul Horton, who's live at a very fancy place for dogs, huh, Paul?
Yes, Rob. We're here at Pet Suites, the pet resort near the airport, and we've got 2 hyperactive golden retrievers giving 2 dogs a bath. In fact, we needed 3 of us in here. We've got Allison, who's helping us out this morning, and Aaron. And Aaron, introduce us to these lovely pooches here.
This is Roxy, and this is Riley.
And Roxy and Riley, how long are they here for?
They're here
about a week.
About a week? Boy, hey, do any of the dogs misbehave when their parents are gone?
We get a couple that are up to some nonsense. Usually they might get a few that chew their beds.
Ooh,
They
chew
like
their
to
beds. Okay.
Punish their parents that way.
Here's the shampoo. We'll take care of that. I'll give you ladies some. Here's some right there. Nice work. All right, let's start washing these pooches here. There you go, Roxy. Start getting clean. All right, and the forecast today, let's cover that for you. And I'll tell you what, we've got a few sun breaks to talk about today, and temperatures getting close to average. As you can see, temperatures outside right now into the upper 20s, the dew point into the upper 20s as well. Winds fairly calm this morning out of the north right now at 6 miles per hour. The Ohio River at 50.1 feet. There's the satellite and radar, and as you can see with the satellite and radar, we do have some clouds and a good deal of moisture south of us. But it looks like for the most part, we're going to stay a bit on the dry side today. We may see a little weak disturbance drop on down from the north that could bring us a slight chance for a few flurries, maybe a sprinkle or two as well. Then high pressure moves in, and we'll start to see some sunshine, looks like for tomorrow. Highs today into the upper 30s, 39 degrees in Cincinnati, and as you can see, mid-30s in Dayton. Temperatures around the lower 40s in Lexington. For tonight, your overnight low around 21 degrees. Winds will be out of the west 10 to 15 miles per hour, and your forecast for tomorrow, wind southwest 5 to 10, a high of 36 with partly cloudy skies. And ladies and gentlemen, here she is with your 7-day planner. Take it away, Erin.
Hey, today it's partly cloudy in the morning with increasing clouds with the highs in the upper 30s. Tomorrow we'll be looking at partly cloudy, a bit chilly with highs in the mid 30s. And Thursday, mostly cloudy.
All right. Good job, Erin. You did a wonderful job this morning, by the way. Now we've got the towels. It's time to dry these cute little guys off, and we'll toss to you guys back in the studio.
Thank you, Paul. Role models have a place in all of our lives, but they may be especially important in raising successful girls. Marie Hill is a clinical counselor and mediator at Beech Acres. Welcome, Marie. It's great to see you.
Thank you so much.
When do most girls experience that drop in self-confidence and self-esteem?
Well, it's right after the middle years. You know, those third and fourth graders in 5th and 6th, 7th grade, they begin to lose their self-esteem.
And why is that?
Well, I think it has something to do with the culture that we're in. We have such expectations for girls, and they're seeing these images from the early years of Barbie that they're supposed to be thin and voluptuous, and most of them don't look like that when they're in junior high.
So how do role models help combat those things that happen?
Well, I think it's really important for moms to be good role models for their daughters in terms of their own self-esteem, their own appreciation for their bodies, and also to be trying to encourage relationships with older cousins or friends who might be people that really like their daughters and encourage them.
When you talk about mothers serving as an example, how should we act and how should we not act, and what should we say and not say?
Well, even older women say things like, oh, I'm getting so fat, or oh, this face, it looks so ugly, or my hair is such a mess. You know, we typically say things that denigrate ourselves, and our daughters do so much of that, and they might hear it right in their own homes from their moms.
Yeah, and we don't think about it, but then they do think about it.
That's right.
We've got some tips to put up on the screen. One is that first one, be a role model for your daughter. Second, check out coaches or group leaders, because...
Well, we know from the little gymnasts in the Olympics that some of them have been coached by people who were emotionally abusive, who were just driven by their own egos to make these children achieve, and giving them messages that they were stupid or idiots. And I think we need to be very careful about the kinds of coaches and piano teachers and anyone who has an influence on our children, what messages they're getting from them.
And the final tip on raising girls with self-esteem is providing books and videos about successful women of integrity. American Girl is a really good one, and there are lots of things in the media that you can find it, but you have to go look for it, because the negative is a lot easier to find.
That's right, and often kids are much more attracted to that because it's more exciting.
Yeah,
so
that's right.
Finding role models like Rosa Parks and Eleanor Roosevelt and teaching them, giving them biographies, and sitting them on our lap when they're little, reading about these people.
Great ideas. And you can find out more about some parenting workshops at Cincinnati Museum Center at 513-287-7021. There's one tomorrow night you might want to check out. Marie Hill, thank you so much.
You're welcome, Sheila.
Tri-State Guy is in the final 32 on American Idol. We're going to tell you how to keep him in the contest. And the Best in Show title is up for grabs. We'll see some of the favorites at this year's Westminster Dog Show next.
Fame, the musical.
The energy, the excitement, it was all just so much fun. I just wanted to be up there on the show with them.
The choreography is awesome. It's making me sweat.
A red-hot, emotionally charged stage show that critics are calling a feel-good triumph.
I have never heard people sing like this before. It's amazing.
Yes, it's been great. It's actually my third time seeing it.
A touching story filled with passion and romance. Fame, the musical.
Friday and Saturday, February 27th, 28th, Taft Theater.
You got a smile so bright. You know it's Lobster Fest season. Well, you can't go any place and get it quite like this, and you can tell the way we do the things we do.
Oh, the things we do at Red Lobster. We've got over 10 mouthwatering lobster dishes you've just gotta try. Come celebrate Lobster Fest.
The way we do the things we do. The way we do the for you.
It's simple. Our goal is to provide the best price on your new Chevrolet. That's why we're the only dealer at the Tom Gill Chevrolet 48-hour price guarantee. Buy your new car or truck from Northern Kentucky's largest inventory, then take the next 48 hours to shop the competition. If they beat our deal, we'll double the difference, guaranteed. We'll even change your oil for free while you take a test drive. The American Revolution begins in Florence at Tom Gill Chevrolet.
From the dawn of time, there have been traditions. And mankind has always known it's just not a mix without the Chex. Chex Mix traditional flavor. Get into the mix.
And good morning, everybody. We'd like to thank everybody at Pet Sweets for helping us out. Aaron, you did a wonderful job. Here's Seashell smelling very, very nice with his pet cologne on there. And let's get a last look at your forecast or your 7-day planner. We've got a chance for some clouds. Looks like later on this afternoon and a lot of shower activity to the south of us. We'll hit a high today of 39 degrees and winds will be just a tad bit breezy out of the west, 15 to 20 miles per hour. All right, let's toss it off to Bruce with the last look at traffic. Here's Bruce. Good morning, Bruce.
That's about the extent of it. Glenway and Grand and Central Parkway behind Cincinnati State leftover accidents. We'll send it back to you guys.
We'll find out tonight if local American Idol contestant Matt Metzger makes it to the next round.
That's right. Fox's Anita Vogel takes a look at the finalists in his group.
Your next American Idol is on this stage.
And then there were 32.
Congratulations,
Tuesday evening, American Idol's broadcasts begin, and the first group of 8 semifinalists will do their best to convince viewers they're good enough to move on to the finals.
Now that we're here and there's only 8 of us, it's kind of nice to settle down and really give your best performance.
The feel has gone from auditions to performances, which just makes it a heck of a lot easier, I think.
Well, I'm going to try to sing my tail off. I'm going to just tell you that much now. I'm going to put it all out there on the line and pray that America loves it.
I've been building my castle of love.
This first group has added pressure as Simon, Paula, and Randy weren't too kind the first time around.
You look like you should be something you'd wrap a turkey in.
I learned not to wear that outfit again, I know that much.
I was cringing because of that big old hat I had on. I looked like an old man or something out of a smoky bar.
I'm taking the criticism very seriously, but I'm going to let it go at the last minute. I don't want to have thoughts in my head about what it is I'm doing. I just want to go out there and do it.
And who better to give some pre-show advice than Grammy nominee and original Idol winner Kelly Clarkson.
Be persistent and be unique. You know, we already have plenty of different kind of styles, and I don't know, I think it's important that you bring something different to the table.
'Cause they always starts to cry.
In Los Angeles, Anita Vogel, Fox News.
You can vote for Matt at 8 tonight on American Idol. Then at 9, it's 24, followed by the 10 o'clock news.
I want to congratulate our Valentine Vault winner. Lisa Sandy of Middletown wins a luxury collagen manicure from Spa 413 and a $50 gift certificate from Balloons and Beyond.
And you could win too. Just go to fox19.com and sign up. The Best in Show title is up for grabs in the Big Apple.
Yeah, the Westminster Dog Show is going on in Manhattan. More than 2,500 dogs are competing. There's word a Newfoundland dog named Josh and a terrier named Coco are the ones to apply.
We'll let you know.
Yeah, they take them very seriously.
Yes, they do.
Yeah.
Speaking of dogs, Paul's been hanging out with dogs all morning, but he's going somewhere different tomorrow for the job swap. Hey there, Paul.
Hey, good morning, Rob and Sheila. You know, I think Seashell would have won all of those contests. And hey, the big job swap tomorrow. Are you ready for this?
Yes.
What is
it?
it?
It is a huge feat tomorrow. I'm kind of nervous, but I think I'm warmed up for it. I'm going to be an elephant keeper at the Cincinnati Zoo.
Really?
Whew, that's going to be huge. And they,